Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sunita Magre, Professor, Department of Education, University of Mumbai. Today we are dealing the topic peace education. In this topic, we have to focus the following points. What is peace? What are the basic sources of peace? Types of peace? Concept of peace education? Basic assumption of peace education? What is the nature of peace education? Why we need for peace education? What are the goals, aims, and objective of peace education? Scope of peace education, theories of peace education, types of peace education, and culture of peace. Objectives: the learner will be able to understand the concept, sources, and types of peace. Also, the concept, nature, and need of peace education. Also explain the goals, aims, and objective of peace education. Learning outcomes. At the end of these, learners will be able to explain the theories of peace education, what is the significance and the types of peace education, suggest the objective of peace education on various levels of education, and suggest the various programs for developing the culture of peace. What is peace? According to the John Galtung, Galtung is the Norwegian social scientist and the founder of the academic discipline Peace and Conflict Studies. And also he is the creator of the term peace building. So according to him, by peace mean the capacity to transform conflicts with empathy and creativity without violence, a never-ending process. Now, Galton's definition, there are the four important parts: capacity to transform conflicts with empathy, with creativity, and without violence. So what is this? So I can explain this definition. By transforming conflict means enabling the person to go ahead in a self-reliant, acceptable, and sustainable manner. By with empathy means the ability to understand the conflicts also in the ways the person understand the conflict themselves. By creativity means channeling energy towards new innovative ways of satisfying basic human needs for all. And by without violence means that this process should avoid any threat or use of direct violence that hurts and harms, and any use of structural violence that demobilize the person. The next definition is A.M. Inda. Peace is a vehicle of rule, order, discipline, equilibrium, and above all of harmony, depending on the nature and aspiration of each one and on the available recourses and the potentials. In this definition, in shortly, we can say peace means we follow the rules, regulation, norms, disciplines created by ourselves. That is the peace. APJ Abdul Kalam linked nation's prosperity with peace. He perceived the message from the Buddhist monk, and the message is about the what is peace. The message is, if you want peace, remove I and me. And when you remove I and me, means you remove egos. When you remove ego, you remove hatred. Means when you remove hatred, you have peace. So this is the definition of peace. The word peace, it stands for the various characteristics. So P stands for patience, E stands for encouragement, A stands for acceptance, C stands for communication, E stands for empathy. When the person having all these characters, patience, encouragement, acceptance, communication and empathy, definitely we can say the person having a peaceful in nature. So this is about the peace. What are the basic sources of peace? Inner peace, social peace, and peace with nature are the three basic sources of peace. Then what is inner peace? Inner peace is peace with self-one, whose mind remains calm to the middle of sorrows, whose thirst for pleasure has altogether disappeared, and who is free from passion, fear and anger, is said to have achieved inner peace. For example, harmony and peace with oneself, good health, absence of inner conflict, joy feeling of kindness and compassion. What is social peace? Social peace is nothing but the learning to live together. For example, peace with person to person, peace with groups, relation at all levels, conflict resolution, brotherhood, acceptance of social values, and coming together. And peace with nature. Planet Earth is a cradle of human civilization. Symbolically, she is Mother Earth. It includes stopping the violence of Earth dignity through the environmental and ecological degradation, exploitation. For example, harmony with natural resources. Types of peace. John Galton explained two types of peace: positive peace and negative peace. What is positive peace? Is the presence of happiness, health content, good economy, presence of social justice and freedom for expressions, creativity and support for personal growth at all levels are the elements of positive peace. And what is negative peace? Is the absence of overt violent conflict, absence of direct physical violence, so absence of all such unhelpful factors to a good life is called negative peace. Concept of peace education. According to the Harris and Morrison, peace education is both philosophy and a process inclusive of skills, attitude, and knowledge to create a safe world, to build a sustainable environment, and to bring a social change. Second definition, rooted peace education can be considered as attempt to provide value and social skills that would reinforce positive group interaction among vastly different cultures and countries. The third definition, Del Hudson. According to Del Hudson, he defined education that actualizes children's potentialities in helping them learn how to make peace with themselves and with others, to live in harmony, unity with self, humankind, and with the nature. According to Hicks, he defines peace education as activities that develop the knowledge, skills, and attitudes needed to explore concept of peace, inquire into the individual as well as societal obstacles, to resolve conflicts in a just and non-violent way, and to study ways of constructing just and sustainable alternative futures. So according to these all the definitions, we can say that peace education as transmission of knowledge about requirement of the obstacles to and possibilities for achieving and maintaining peace, training in skills for interpreting the knowledge, and development of reflective and participatory capacities for applying the knowledge to overcome problems and achieve possibilities. Peace education is needed to be taught by teachers and gives a great idea in younger generation. It gives hope and positive outlook of in life and molding their personalities as good citizens of this society. Peace education is more effective and meaningful when it is adopted according to the social and cultural context and need of the heart. It should be enriched by its cultural and spiritual values together with the universal human values. Basic assumptions on peace education. Three basic assumptions: conflict resolution, violence prevention, and promoting non-violence. Conflict resolution means peaceful solution of disagreement. Violence prevention, it is an act of stopping violent behavior before it begins, makes an action to avoid conflict and violence. Promoting non-violence is the refusal to do harm to other humans as life is scared and is an absolute value. Nature of peace education. Peace education is holistic in nature. It embraces the physical, emotional, intellectual, and social growth of child within a framework deeply rooted in tradition human values. It is based on philosophy that teaches love, compassion, trust, fairness, cooperation for the human families as well as whole life of our beautiful planet. The learning process utilized in peace education is holistic and it tries to address the cognitive, affective, and active dimension of the learner. It includes the introduction of relevant new knowledge, posing, valuing questions, and using discussions and other participatory method to cultivate concern and challenging, encouraging appropriate personal and social action. Peace education is skill building. It empowers children to find creative and non-destructive ways to settle conflict and to live in harmony with themselves, with others, and their world. Peace building is the task of human being and challenges of human family. Peace education is the remedial measure to protect children from falling into the ways of violence in society. It tries to inculcate higher human values in the mind of child. In essence, it attempts to develop a set of behavioral skills necessary for peaceful living and peace building from which the whole of community will benefit. Need of peace education. Enriches one's personal life to develop skills, attitudes, and knowledge with cooperative and participatory learning methods and an environment of tolerance, care, and respect. Nurtures social adjustment. Student will take responsibility for their own growth and achievement, while teachers care for well-being and of all the learners. Foster friendship and understanding. Peace education is an opportunity to promote the total welfare of students, advocates for their just and equitable treatment of youth, and promote social and individual responsibility for both educators and the learners. Affects one's whole life pattern. Through pedagogy and social action, peace educators demonstrate that there are alternatives to violence. After all, peace education aims not to reproduce but to transform. Why educate for peace? Education for peace has two-fold purpose. One, choosing path of peace. To empower individuals to choose the path of peace rather than the path of violence means necessity and possibility of peace. Second fold, the peacemaker. To enabling them to be peacemakers or to enable the learner to become a peacemaker rather than the consumer of peace means action in favor of peace. Peace education is an ethical imperative. Educating for peace is an ethically considering negotiation of life and well-being caused by all forms of violence. The ethical system of the major world faith traditions, humanitarian ethics, and even primal and indigenous spiritually have articulated principles that inspire the striving for peace. These ethics include unity and value of life. Not only human life, but other life forms on the nature. Respect for human dignity, non-violence, justice, and love as social ethics. Peace education is practical imperative. Educating for peace will give us in the long run the practical benefit. It is expected to build critical mass of people who will demand for and address the needed personal and structured changes that will transform the many problems that relate to peace into non-violent, human and ecological alternatives and solutions. Peace education as transformative education. Peace education is an education that promotes a culture of peace is essentially a transformation. It cultivates knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values that need to be transformed. It seeks transformation by building awareness and understanding, developing concern, and finally challenging personal and social action that will enable people to create conditions and systems that actualize non-violence, justice, environmental code, and other peace values. The action towards transformative may include action against prejudice and the war system, or action for social and economic justice, paying attention to all levels of cognitive, affective, and active domain of the learner. Education for peace is an essential component of holistic basic education that aims at comprehensive development of person. Education for peace is education to create some of the preconditions of achievement for peace. Education for peace involves developing values, skills, attitudes that are conducive to building peace. Peace education would be considered part of education for peace, includes international education, multicultural education, and environmental education. Goals of peace education. Conflict resolution, peace building, and world peace are the goals of peace education. Aims and objectives of peace education: to develop awareness, knowledge, and sensitivity towards peace education. In the learner, to create the awareness, knowledge, and sensitivity regarding issues that deals with war and peace, power and justice, gender and race, ecology and environmental conflicts. To help students to develop knowledge and understanding about peace education. To help students to develop the knowledge and understanding of World Heritage Sites as a testimony of peace, human rights and democracy, the importance of racial non-discrimination, tolerance and respect for all people and their cultures. To develop various skills like critical thinking, problem solving, conflict resolution, assertiveness, empathy, and cooperation. To help students to develop their ability to work together as a group. To help students to develop their ability to work together as a group means we have to inculcate the value of teamwork, resolve conflict among themselves, and help others learn about peaceful conflict resolution, participate democratically in political and civil life. To encourage students to respect other people, other culture, and motivate them to search for peaceful conflict resolution in their lives. Scope of peace education. At 4 levels, we have to discuss the scope of peace education. Individual level, building an effective integrated personality in the child with positive self-esteem. An individual have many skills like those related in affirmation, positive thinking, communication, decision making, and critical thinking. At community level, to have a peaceful climate, that is culture of peace, peace has to be taught rather than taught. Initiating a peaceful culture in school should start from within the staff. Developing friendly and mutually respectful teacher-pupil relationship. Create learner-centered approach. Adopt new teaching and learning methods. At national level, it focuses on citizenship education. Citizenship is an integral part of peace education. Learning and understanding the current socio-political and economic problems and issues is also important. Learners as future citizens need to be developed healthy and realistic perspectives to view problems in society. At global level, the ultimate purpose of education is to produce a world citizenship. Children have to develop a sensible worldview. The educational institution can select current issues, generate discussion and debate on world issues to raise global awareness in the learners. For example, poverty, population, cybercrime, biological wars. Theories of peace education given by Harris. There are the two theories, healthy relationship and connection theory, and second, individual change theory. Now, healthy relationship and concern theory, it states that when members of diverse communities get engaged in a confidential and honest relationship between each other, prejudice, mistrust, and ignorance can be replaced by empathy, understanding, and respect. A healthy relationship is one where two independent people or two independent communities just make deal that they will help make the other person the best version of themselves. In order to be a healthy relationship, you have a talk about the things that bother you, even if you are agree or disagree. Second theory, individual change theory. It states that transformative change of individual in their behavior, political beliefs, and attitudes, peace knowledge will be multiplied like a snowball effect and causes social change on a wider scale. When individual change, society will change. And when society will change, the whole world will change. The welfare of individual is bound up with the welfare of society as a whole. Types of peace education. Harris and Goethe distinguish 5 separate types of peace education. Human right education. Human right education usually includes the component of learning about the provision of international documents such as Universal Declaration of Human Rights or the Convention on the Rights of the Child. Children are encouraged to understand the impact of right violations and to develop empathy and solidarity with those whose rights have been denied. Human rights education encourages the development of skills that will enable children to act in ways that uphold and promote rights, both their own as well as the others. It also addresses the responsibilities that come along with the rights. Then development education or education for development is the term used in UNICEF to describe an approach to teaching and learning with builds a commitment to global solidarity, acceptance of differences, social justice, and environmental awareness in young people. Its aims is to empower children and youth to participate in bringing about constructive change, both locally and globally. Five basic concepts of education for development are: one, interdependence; second, images and perception; third, social justice; fourth, conflict and conflict resolution; and last, fifth one, change and the future. These concepts are approached as interdisciplinary perspectives that can be incorporated into the teaching of a wide range of subject matter rather than a specific subject. Interactive, participatory, cooperatively structured teaching methods are as important as the content of education for development. These methods allow learners to better grasp complex concepts, build problem-solving abilities, and develop social skills. These approaches have been used in both formal and non-formal educational activities and provide human development oriented framework for educating about peace and social justice issues. Conflict resolution education. Now, gender conflict is found in societies around the globe, and gender discrimination and conflict is leading cause of the violence. A number of gender training initiatives have been to address the prevention of violence against women and alternative ways in which gender conflict may be handled. These initiatives promote attitudes and values that emphasizes the rights of girls and women to safety, respect, non-discrimination, and empowerment. Some programs focus specially on boys, helping them better understand their relationship to girls, their roles and responsibilities in family life. Stereotypes about masculinity and communication skills for dealing with conflict. Gender training initiative have an essential perspective to add to peace education activities, which have sometimes tended to overlook the gender component in violence and conflict resolution. Environmental education to create the awareness about the environmental issues, ecological issues, to respect the all lives in the natures. Then international peace or global education is a term coined in 1970, has been adopted UNICEF MENA region. It incorporates themes such as environment and ecology, tolerance, conflict avoidance, personal health, cooperative skills, multiculturalism, comparative education, comparative views on human values, human rights. It is based on four-dimensional conceptual model. The model is comprised of the temporal dimension, that is linking the past, present, and future. the spatial dimension, creating awareness of the interdependent nature of the world. Third, the issues dimension, demonstrating how contemporary issues are interlocking. And the inner dimensions, enhancing understanding that resolving world issue is inseparable from developing self-awareness and spiritual awareness. Global education or international peace education gives priority to active learner-based teaching methods, peer teaching, peer learning, problem solving, community participation, and conflict resolution skills. It is value-based and future-oriented. Global education provides broad curricular framework for peace education activities. Now, the culture of peace. UNESCO preamble tells us, since war begins in the minds of men. It is in the minds of men that the defense of peace must be constructed. In keeping with this mission, UNESCO begins the culture of peace process, and it saw the potential of the program to become global movement. The Declaration on a Culture of Peace was eventually adopted by the United Nations General Assembly. The United Nations resolution in 1998, a culture of peace means a set of values, attitudes, modes of behavior, and ways of life that reject violence and prevention of conflicts by taking their root causes to solve problems through dialogues and negotiation among individuals, groups, and nations. Commitment of full participation in the process of equitably meeting the needs of present and future needs. Promotion of equal rights and opportunities of men and women. Recognition of right of everyone to freedom of expression, opinion, and information. Devotion of principle of freedom, justice, democracy, tolerance, solidarity, cooperation, cultural diversity, dialogue, and understanding between nations, between ethnic, religious, cultural, and other groups, and between the individuals. We can achieve the culture of peace through understanding the global problems, acquire skills of resolve conflicts, live by international standards of human rights and equity, appreciate cultural diversity, respect the earth and each other. Building blocks of peace culture. Knowledge, skills, and attitudes are the building blocks of peace culture. Knowledge is an intellectual acquaintance with facts, truths, or principles gained by insights, experiences, or the various elements. Skills is an ability to do something well, arising from talent, training, and practice. Attitudes means manner, discipline, disposition, feelings, or position toward a person or the things or the events. Developing culture of peace. Through various curricular and co-curricular activities, we can develop the culture of peace through our subject, presentation, debates, poetry, slogan competition, poster competition, making songs are the curricular activities for developing a culture of peace. Celebration of festivals, dance, drama, songs, street play, role play are the co-curricular activities for developing a culture of peace. Children books. Contemporary children literature can be used to raise discussion about the issues of peace and conflict, even with very young children, encouraging children to come up with their own solutions to conflicts or problems presented in storybooks helps develop skill of problem solving and anticipating consequences of actions. Traditional folk stories. Peace education concepts and messages can be found in the traditional stories of many cultures. Proverbs. Proverbs play an important part in transmitting traditional wisdom in some cultures and can be incorporated into the peace education programs. Artwork or artifacts. Traditional art motifs such as black and white designs by the Maasai convey a sense of social order and of the way that opposites are interviewed. Then teaching about CRC. Every country in the world has ratified the Convention on the Rights of Child, and many are developing teaching materials that will make treatly more widely known among children. Teaching about CRC provides a number of opportunities to reinforce concept central of peace education. Through textbook analysis and through language teaching, we can develop a culture of peace. We can summarize the session. Peace is a value to be acquired, and acquisition of values involves interaction between intellectual and emotional developments of the child. Inner peace, social peace, and peace with nature are the basic sources of peace. Positive and negative peace are the types of peace given by the Gashta. Peace education means the education which fosters kindness, love, affection, cooperation, coordination, morality, non-violence, and resulting in creating a humanitarian behavioral change. Conflict resolution, violence prevention, and promoting non-violence are the basic assumptions on peace education. International education, human rights education, environment education, conflict resolution education, and development education are the types of peace education. Acquiring values, knowledge, and developing skills, attitudes to live in harmony with, with others and with nature are the building blocks of peace culture. Through various curricular and co-curricular activities, we can create peace culture for better development of human being. Points for reflection. You can suggest the objective of peace education on various levels of education like primary, secondary, higher secondary, and higher education. You can review the various articles and the researches on developing a culture of peace and peace education. You can suggest various programs for creation of peace cultures. And these are the references. Hope you will enjoy the session. Thank you very much.